All right, we got another video checking out WNBA salaries. Let's go.
Which just revealed, and fans are pissed. Caitlin Clarke will make $338,000 in her first 4 seasons in the WNBA. This is just her WNBA salary.
Right,
and in
right.
comparison, the number 1 pick in the NBA, Victor Wembanyama, will make $55.1 million in his first 4 seasons in the NBA. On paper with no context, this looks absolutely insane. And there's a lot of new WNBA and Caitlin Clarke fans who are losing their minds over this. We have to remember, guys, that this is just Caitlin Clarke's salary. This does not stop her from doing brand deals, doing commercials, and making revenue in other areas, which she has already made millions and millions of dollars from college and all of her endorsement deals. It's kind of funny to me because a lot of these people who are complaining about Caitlin Clarke's salary are people who have never watched a WNBA game in their life. And the first game that they will be watching is just to see Caitlin play. There are so many women in the W who don't even make close to this in their entire careers in the W. But some of these new fans also have to realize how much more money the NBA generates than the WNBA. Here's a chart of the NBA's revenue over the past 20 years, and as you can see, in 2022-2023, the league made over $10 billion in revenue. In comparison, it's currently estimated that the WNBA generates approximately $60 million in revenue. And doing the math in that, 10 billion divided by 60 million is 166%. Anyway, the NBA makes 166 times more revenue than the WNBA in its current state. And if we go back to these two salaries, Wemby's salary is 162 times more than Caitlin Clarke's salary. So the revenue split is pretty much the same if you're only looking at how much money these two leagues generate. With that being said, Caitlin Clarke has the opportunity to become the most iconic women's basketball player ever if she is able to help the WNBA generate more money and in turn raise the salaries for literally every woman in the WNBA. She's already charted new territory with her jersey selling out within just a few hours of her getting drafted.
You know what I didn't even think about? Great marketing. Oh my gosh. So, it's been interesting enough to see. Yo, this is like the WWE effect. It's been interesting enough to see plenty of these WNBA players hating on Caitlin Clarke. I think it's dope though. Hear me out. Because it's like a WWE storyline. No, when she gets here, she gonna get destroyed. We better wake up. We don't want to hear nothing about that Caitlin Clarke. Rah. We've been doing just fine without her. So then, when you two match up, it's a dream matchup. Guys, this is shit, like WWE's been doing this for years. If the WNBA guys was getting interviewed and they were like, you know what, Caitlin Clarke, great player. I hope she does well. That would be nice. What sells? Negativity. All right. We love negativity, unfortunately. So, what happens? Everyone runs trying to get as many tickets as possible for Caitlin Clarke games, a rookie season. So, regardless of whatever we believe Caitlin Clarke will or won't do, and how she'll perform in that rookie season, people are going to come and see just for the drama, just for the suspense, just to be a part of the experience and atmosphere. So I think some of these WNBA players that got highlighted, hating, you actually did the league a little bit more service to help build up for her debut.
Drafted, other teams moving their games to bigger arenas just so they can accommodate all the fans that they anticipate coming to these games. Even before she was drafted, TickPick sold 93% more home game tickets for the Indiana Fever than they did all of last season. WNBA is also only 26 years old, as opposed to the NBA, which is going into their 78th, 79th season, I believe. This is still a super young league, and a superstar like Caitlin Clarke can help turn the tide and help everyone to get paid more.
But like I said, I think it is.
There's so many opportunities now with NIL, with brand deals, with social media, where these women can make money both on and off the court.
There hasn't been like that holding people back in the WNBA for years. I think it's just now being, I don't know, brought to light that they're doing it, but whatever.
And they don't have to rely on getting a second job like a lot.
I think also the good thing is that now that the NIL has opened up opportunities for kids to get paid younger, it does help them going into the WNBA because, like I said, a lot of times, at least over the past few years, you've lost identity when a lot of these players came to the WNBA. You lost a storyline when they came to the WNBA, so it's like they're starting over with a slightly new fan base. So, and removing or alleviating a lot of that hype hurts them because they're starting all over and they lose a little bit of brand equity, I would assume, coming into. So now it's good that these kids can get played earlier, so now they have an opportunity to keep that train rolling.
Of WNBA players had to do
That's
in the
for NBA
90s,
and
early
WNBA.
2000s, and even.
But I think it's just funny because for the WNBA, you kind of have an opportunity where someone can have an amazing season and they kind of get swept under the rug. Paige Beckers, I think, was a perfect example of that because that's someone who, yes, she's faced injuries, but she had a stellar freshman season, and she kind of got swept under the rug over the last couple of years as we've seen new talent come in with Juju, Angel Reese kind of exploding onto the scene as well. And all these other players. There's plenty of talent right now in the college game. I mean, freshmen all the way to seniors. There's plenty of talent in the women's game.
Just a couple years ago. It's normal to feel a type of way when you see numbers like this, but I think over time we are going to see the sport grow. If you truly want these women to get paid more, you need to start going to games, watching games on television, buying merch, and supporting the W in more ways than just sharing your hours.
Right. So good points.